Hello and welcome to another episode of KHANGMINASHI Manipur, and today we bring you a very special guest for all of you. Handakta Mumbai the Pangthokadoriba Femina Miss India Sida Manipur be represent Tobirakanda Ekogi Sigi competition Sida Yaubigadoribi Adugumbi Amna Changkhonbi Nupi aduning ase akoina miyam gidamakta pun lakchariba ase thindabaletna miyam da saktak chage ase akogi guest ase. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss CHANCHUI KHAYI. CHANCHUI, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
I enjoy being up. I give me the CHANCHUI KHAYI.
Yam nungai ga CHANCHUI KHAYI ado ahanbada akoina khangjening base habadi CHANCHUI ne sunga sai off camera da haibi gibudo akogi Femina Miss India se handak ikui da na haiba tare ko habadi Mumbai da pangthokadore kana so mai haibi gi ko ado sigi selection se have the state ki selection tauki matam se da state habadi state ki selection tauki matam da so yamna tough oiba competition ama khakte dum oigi haiba tare in itself ko ado sigi se finally Manipur akogi sanalaibak Manipur se akogi Femina Miss India Mumbai da represent taugadori se da akoina represent taugadoi se. How do you feel? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm harawe. Aduga not just harawe adum lucky I'm feel oyabako. Si competition da lakpase nupi miyam so talented aduga quality su miyam labor qualified su miyam labor ko adudagi amma pick to base state represent to base. It's a very lucky and prestigious it's a proud privilege moment for me adu. Yeah, I'm harawe hoy.
Yam na sunungai je masung ada hayeng yaurakan matam da haiba tare ka habadi mai shoi na pakani pak pasu review have some activity mai kai so wish those again. Hi CHANCHUI makata na mo khoina khangjaning base khoi sigi competition se ko habadi Mumbai da pangthokadore se like karam kanda gadi maina tarak pe magi schedule se karam kanda gadi magi date kumba se
hojikte khoi 27 da Manipur that we have to be at Manipur, sorry, Mumbai. So I'll probably maybe leave by 24th or 25th from Imphal dagi. Adu competition se 27th lagaga about 20 days akoy grooming to wini. Adu dagi D-Day date 16 October and tentative date later baneva ka. Adu schedule di adu maina lagi hojikti dama.
Yam nungai je CHANCHUI do makata na moina khangjaning matam sida koina sum top model mayam dino doing in my career have when I'm talking with different models makoina haibira ko matam da koi hozikan gi competitions have the beauty pageants kumba mayam se have the Hawaii ga mana dre am thine inclusive oiba dugum atmosphere makak oi had na the minus mayam ta je have CHANCHUI na sigi chatpi ga doriba journey se the have have the hayeng Femina Miss India sida you are going to represent entire Manipur have a job responsibility amakaksunin haizage sigi sida CHANCHUI. My question is, how are you going to represent Manipur in that national platform?
Thank you for that question, so important. For me, my first concern and my duty I feel as representing as Femina Miss India Manipur is to make sure that I make every person from our state feel represented. That is through my actions, through the culture that we have lived as a community, and through the little learnings of talking about myself. Now, I have a master's in performing arts, so art is something very close to me. So through my art, if I can connect people about my community to the rest of the country, it is a beautiful thing. It is through my songs that I've learned from my community in Manipur, in the songs that we sing, in the dances that we perform. Each and every community and tribe that is in the state has to feel seen, and that is my goal. Yes, so I am putting my effort into making sure that happens.
And it's really, I really feel happy and I really feel proud that, you know, you are finally going to represent Manipur. Like I nasu he nasu have the CHANCHUI gi visions he na taza matam da zo have tare he nasu proud feel to wa makak oi have tare ko have the not only kahani isa gi ethnic community se katang to with the Manipur as a whole do in the mind or kan da koina represent to bigani taza matam da have seen nasu hena su fazagadab su male amasung mai pakna bagi maram su yam chawna oigadab su male ado shigi competition se CHANCHUI national competition oibrina have tare ka CHANCHUI tongan ba states mayam union territories mayam sagi mogi qualified or ba dugumba model beauty queens mayam ka gloina magla ka doina have tare Mumbai sida ado CHANCHUI gi oina DC gi have the huge battle se fight tongna bagi damak ta hojik se kamain tor kan da isage na self preparation de tobira du matang da sai.
Okay, I guess self-preparation for me, I make sure that I'm mentally strong, because if I'm not strong, I cannot carry the people that are behind me who will be there to support me. That when I say supporting me, it comes from my family, to my well-wishers, to my friends, and to the community, whether it's online or the people that I meet. Everyone is a part of my journey. So in that preparation, I think I have to be mentally strong. That is the first point. And also I have to do my part in making sure that I have done my research. I have worked enough, whether it is physically, also working out and everything, making sure I am clean on my diet, that I have done the research on what I need to make sure that that people know about our state and in the present situation that it is in. Yeah.
It's really nice to hear that. Other CHANCHUI aina sum uzaba matamda haiba tare ko CHANCHUI se amna akoina su sum ugiba matamda CHANCHUI se amna food lover oina adumai torakanda we have tare, you know, from the reels that we show on Instagram kadoga have matamda CHANCHUI se chama thakpada su yamna pamjaba dugumba nupi ama khak oina su uzai have tare ka sigi matang slak matam sida chaba, and then thakpa they have the like modeling career chang matam sida it's, you know, tongan ba khak ne hai tare part ama khak ne tare. You have hojik so high give matam you have to be clean in your diets, right? Ado sigi craving gumba lay matam da kamai ga di tawi, like tell us about it.
Craving lady day I try to stick with foods. I the foodie or so I'm mostly inclined to sweets, something sweet. So when that happens, instead of getting a cheesecake, I'll maybe have fruits, maybe a mango. I don't know if it's good. I believe that it's a better substitute than having processed foods. So no matter how much we often have cravings for junk food as well. So when that happens, maybe like have one cheat day, not more than that. It's about maintenance, and it's also about balance that you keep for yourself. That gives you a entire healthy mind state, always a mind and body state. Yeah.
At the same time, those cheat days are also very important for you to be happy, right?
Yeah.
It's really nice to hear that. Ado makata na muk CHANCHUI dagi aina khangjaning buse CHANCHUI gi samlapa bai da tamtang haibiramo ambe imai pa gi ming so haibiramo siblings na kaya su gi adugi matang da haibir, and most importantly CHANCHUI gi kailam dagi no haiba se Manipuri karom from dagi no haiba se matang da haibiram originally.
Okay. Akoi se hojikti ai lere aduga ai gi iche. Her name is Natanya Wanther KHAYI, and my mom, her name is Ashim Lankam KHAYI. My dad's name is Nahamani KHAYI. He passed away when I was 5 years old, long back. And that is the entirety of our family. And we belong to the Tainem village, that is part of one of the villages from the Tangku community. And so, yeah, that is about my origin.
Thank you so much for introducing the entire family, CHANCHUI. CHANCHUI makata na mo ina khangjaning was like coming back, you know, CHANCHUI se study to was I tara koi su yamno I ngonda di yamna interesting oi ba dugumba subject amakhak oi hai tara you as a whole hai tara ko have the yes, modeling is just to me, you know, I saw you as a modeling is just a part of you have tara ko. You have other stuffs, you know, you are very good at journaling also, you are also a performing artist also, and then you also sing also, not only in this local dialects, but you sing in different dialects of the world have tara ko. But then I want to know the reason why you try to discover this modeling career. Like, you know, kari ubagino modeling careers that have the kari experiment toning bagino modeling careers that CHANCHUI changang kibodo adugi experiences have.
Okay. Well, I think it comes by hand in hand. Like after I started exploring my journey as a performative artist and in the field of singing, dancing, one after the other, I think it is all about a collection of the steps that you take in your life that lead you to a different stage. So modeling the haiba matamjidi I don't consider myself a model runway model. So in my when I get the opportunity, I try my best to venture on that, maybe commercial model maybe. So that I feel like that aspect is something that I'm still exploring, because I have yet to find my place in which exact angle I want to take on that. Yeah.
Yamna sunungai taza matamda hainaba like kaini jack of all trade master of none kaina haibase yamna liraba dugumba prova amakakni haibade haibatare hoziki matamsadi you have to be a jack of all trade in order to survive in this world. You have to be jack of all trade adna have the self discovery gidamakta CHANCHUI na changsilakiba tongan ba journey sidasu haibatare ko CHANCHUI se them success so them oragasu lai haibatare talking about your success. Let's talk a bit about your success in Mega Miss Northeast 2023. So tell us about the experiences that you gained in that competition also.
Thank you for that. I think Sunsilk Mega Miss Northeast was one experience that really pushed my boundaries in terms of in the field of pageantry. Before that, yes, I have been in pageants, but when you talk about Northeast, it's a regional level, and you see people coming from different kinds of state. Manipur the pageant it's a great thing. Aduda so I mayam learn tawe bako. Adu or so me other cultures tagi nang na learn tawo. That is much more, and not just learning about other cultures, but learning about them as people. We may be so similar in so many ways in our daily lives, but there are little things that makes us different. And when you learn those things, I feel like that really helps bring a difference. And in learning that, it helps you grow. And that is something I have learned. Meeting new people, you get to know that there's so much that you don't know, there's so much that you lack, and there's more to this world than you knew yesterday or today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no I that's what I'm have a CHANCHUI have this sigum perspective that could member tak view matam to have a quick so a noble knowledge me amakak again to have CHANCHUI. Yeah, that's no I CHANCHUI where is an agadavadi me amakak wadly go the marek that na break my chantang nominase. Breaking matunda CHANCHUI ga no my worry what tiger lorena impact KHANGMINASHI Manipur Hanjerki impact TV book majing tadun review.
Mathel lukoi thong bada thak bada pumnamuktagi thoidok hendokna haithoi singthoi rabi mapa laitrabi chakhum du mana changlam laba makuttuna bu khajittam soklam laba maduri chakhum maduri ki pothorpa mathel lukoi du chindam luwa miyamta khubi tan tokloi ahau bugi ahau bamakta lam sidadi lamba lairaroi pumnamak kelhaurani changdam nanai laitrabini manipuri amatta ngairabi.
Cook with Strella, Season 1.
Hey, Mahapapi! Yeah, me masak kangdam saradana. Noi ponmak ising manung sida pulap namzilura. Pulap namziluro.
Ibu yai mani the sidia.
Mahabharat ki wari paringdagi miyamna audio cassette oina thoina hena tana khraba Impact Entertainment Channel na puduna lakchari
Zagat asina kuntigi matik magun khang na naba thawoina sinba oiba tai
Areba pot hapko aiba yumugi bai kadu tajarabani imung duna leiramba pot chai makai loina lobudi yarabani adumaku madusu nasana tawjaramde palibango
Bhimna kanana sariba kuntina kanana sariba Arjun sariba sina kanaba oirigaba pumnamak mitmang thamduna anoba mahawa makudol tamjagadabani
na paijarba cheng kuba mase prithima tai mai be magi thakta sai thok jage
yengo nangi namangda bhagavana putigom pambigi masakoina leplare namit pangkok lo kunti yengo kunti
Laibak pukpun namit kuding inamidang waram pung taruk taba matam na sandok jagadaba amade matang ginamit yum sakasya namit kinong tilpung amataba kudingi repeat telecast tau jagador mit hauramase laklib January ki tang kuni thoidagi sungsoi dana sandok jaragani soidana makmiyeng tabiu Impact Entertainment Channel da Mahabharat ki wari paring
break ki matungda mayam taram nokchuri CHANCHUI ga wari makha tajage CHANCHUI makha ta na moina khangjaning matam sida khoi gi Sunsilk mega miss notice ki matang da su haibirigo CHANCHUI ado makha ta na moina khangjaning base CHANCHUI what do you see yourself where do you see yourself habatarika in the next 5 years?
Thank you. Well, for me, as a creative practitioner, I'm always learning, and I'm always putting myself into different aspects of arts, whether it is in script writing, directing, or stage performance, or costume. The spectrum in which I have studied in arts is theater and drama arts, so it's wide, and I feel like for the longest time that was a angle in my life I never explored. So having explored it now, I feel like I need to go out there and put myself out there and learn. And I think along the way I'll find my place. So yeah, I'm excited about it, to be honest, 5 years down the line.
Makata na CHANCHUI da muglak chaba matam sida CHANCHUI si bhabugi journey sida have tarika have the CHANCHUI na have the let it be in theater, let it be in performing arts, let it be in modeling have tarika tongan hands me ama khakna CHANCHUI sidam support to wiram gadav male have tarika sigi matang sadi to all your success not only in modeling the natabida CHANCHUI gi su tongan fields me am success me am khakslagam which I'm going to talk it later on sigi me am sida career sigi career system sanghalak matam sida have tarika credit sidi kana da pibining CHANCHUI
Credits I think that every person makes a difference in your life, whether it's negative or positive. At the end, it's your choice to make. But the people and their advices or their little comments that at the end may help you make that decision, it matters. And for me, I would say it starts from my mom and my sister. My mom has been my greatest critic, I would say, and my sister has been my biggest supporter. So the balance is perfect for me, I think. And aside from my family, definitely my friends who have been the stronghold of my journey. No matter what happens, there have been those people who have constantly supported me, whether I had made a mistake or at certain occasions. They never had any negativity to give me. At sometimes I was like, maybe you are a bit
way too supportive.
Yeah. But then at the end, that support really changed the way I took steps along the journey, and that was beautiful. I mean, female friendships is something I really cherish in my life, and I'm really grateful for them. And along the way, that is on a personal level, and aside from that, the people who have been constantly there online, who have supported me with their words. It's sometimes we talk about comments, and it's like, oh, there's so many comments, like you don't have to, they don't really care. The people say that, right? But I feel like for me, every single comment matters. I read each and every one of them, and I might not be the type who may be able to reach out and thank them, but maybe this is the moment where I can thank and show my gratitude that I hear and see all of it, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for all the support that you have shown me along the way in my journey. Yeah.
And talking about the comments, something strikes me at this moment, CHANCHUI, when we are talking about the comments nowadays, especially in Manipur, internet is becoming very, very dangerous. Especially for your performance, especially for your career. So I'm very sure that not every comment is a very good comment. Sometimes you may have to face with different forms of negative comments that people throw it to you. So during that time, since you said that you read all the comments, how do you manage the negativity that they have thrown it to you through online?
Thank you. Well, to be honest, when you talk about negative comments, I feel on my part, I feel glad that I haven't received as much negative comments, which I'm so grateful for. I think I'm
Lucky
really
you.
blessed. Yes, because not many people are fortunate for that, and for that I'm really grateful, and I hope that goes along, goes a long way. But yes, there are a few always, and when that happens, I feel like it's all about filtering the right ones. In a negative comment, you will see that there is a part that maybe it's personal for them, and there's a part where they actually mean it, and they maybe feel like there's something that they can help you. So it's about filtering which one is right and which one is not necessary for you. So you don't have to really concentrate on the ones that are not for you. And at the end, always seek the advice of the ones that are close to you, who can give you the actual constructive criticism. So yeah, that's what I do on my end.
Yeah, this particular topic is what you are saying is going to be a takeaway point for me also. Like, thank you so much for enlightening me also. Now, moving on with the conversation, I would like to ask you about the recent award that you have received in 2023. The award is Susma Swaraj Award for the Distinguished Women Achievers. Tell us more about this award.
I received this award right after I won Sansuk Mega Miss Northeast. And this happened in Manipur. I received this award. It was such a proud moment for me because it was in the field of dance, music, and pageantry. And how wonderful. I never knew that when I started exploring that music, competitions after competitions, I would always challenge myself. I would say it's a hobby of mine at a point. But those little things that I did, I never thought that it would put me at that point. And how lucky I feel. And I'm so grateful for that moment. And not just for me, but for all the other women that were present in that auditorium who received awards for different fields, in the field of sports, in the fields of academia. So it's great, yeah.
And congratulations for that also.
Thank you.
And like talking about the competition, like I really have to ask you this. I think you don't revealed this side of you in any of the interviews that you have done before also. I'm really sure that, so I want to like explore this side of you. So you're also the winners of Changwon K-Pop World Fest 2018 and 2019. And you're also the winner of All India K-Pop Contest 2020. Tell us about this. Like how is the venture like this, and what is the connection with you and the K-pop? Tell us more about that.
Well, I would say it all started in 2007 when I saw Girls' Generation GG music video. Well, I think K-pop is such wonderful kind of entertainment that has been given to youth all around the world. And for me especially, it started around a time when actually no one really knew about K-pop. And Manipur was one state that was really kind of thriving in that K-pop industry. And yeah, I started watching them, and that's where it started. I was so fascinated by it. I started learning the songs, copying their dances, and by the time I was, I think, 18, one of my friends called me up and she was like, there's this one group and they're looking for dancers to compete in Changwon K-Pop World Festival 2018. So they're looking for 2 dancers, and why don't you come? So I was like, oh sure, why not? I went and we...
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted again. And I went, we practiced together, and we went for the regional rounds, and thankfully we won, and it was wonderful. And it happened in Manipur, so I'm so happy.
Okay, like... you take me back to the time also when you're talking about Girls' Generations. There were also other bands like Big Bang during that time also. We used to listen to that. Like you're talking about the eras where, every girls fall in love with the voice of a flowers, right?
Of course.
I still remember that during our school days, every boys be like, putting their hair like that.
Emo hair.
Emo hairs and like that, and girls be like, I don't know, like those are crazy moments,
yes,
right?
the cultural influence it had on the youths. Yes, it's amazing.
Really nice. You take me back to that time. Now, I want to talk more about your theater journey. Recently, you acted at one of the iconic play known as the Saga Beyond the Stars. You play the role of a woman in white.
Yes.
And then you look magnificent on that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you please tell us more about that play? Because the reason why I'm asking you is I'm asking you to please take lead of the conversation, because I have a very little knowledge about theater. Okay. Please tell us about that, and then tell us about the journey from which you started the theater. Okay. So how do you started this theater works, and explain us that.
Yeah, of course. So A Saga Beyond the Stars is written by one of my classmates, and her name is Sri Parvati. She is from South Tamil Nadu, and this play is about a group of people who got lost on their journey to heaven, to an alien planet, and there they start questioning about existence, human existence, and the entire reason of life. So that is a story, and I played a ghost in that, sort of like a Grim Reaper, I would say.
Yeah, that's
But
why you're wearing white, right?
Yeah, but the South Indian version of it. And so she collects souls, so that is the character. It was a very fun experience. I mean, I think people enjoyed it. And now coming to the theater journey, since all my life it has been more about performing on stage, especially in singing and dancing. Acting was not something I was it was quite new to me, I would say. So when I applied for my master's in Pondicherry there for the course, I knew nothing about it. I came there with an open mind, ready to learn a new thing. And when I went, it was a wonderful time. The people, the amount of creativity and to the level in which a human can expand their creative process is so amazing. And theater arts is something that taught me that through theater you can give a message to the people with the story that you share. It is about changing society and shaping it through visual art, through stage arts. So rather than speaking a lot, you can just act it out and show it to them and perform it and inspire people. So yes, that is.
But talking about the theater, CHANCHUI, the question I want to ask you is that the idea of theater and how the artists want to portray to the audience is very limited. You know, nowadays, people do not easily understand the art of theater. So, how can a layman, understand the expression of the artist through theater? Like, can you please enlighten about that?
I think it is accessible to anyone, whether they are the common people or from a very different background. It's at the end of the day, it's about the one connection you make with the person. So when you talk about theater, it's not just coming up on stage and showing something. It is an experience that you see, and it is about connecting with the audience. You go and theater is not just performing on stage. You come off stage. You interact with the people. So it is more about, by the end of that show or that play, what do you take away from you when you walk back home? It's about that and leaving something for them. So I believe that mainly is dependent. It will rely on the director's vision and what is his message and what he wants to give to the world. So yeah, it is a creative process, not just for the ones performing on stage, but for the audience as well.
Yeah, that's something that I need to take in also. Okay. Talking about the director's view, talking about the director's way of connecting with the audience, the question I want to ask you is that you also directed some plays also, and among them, A Perfect Love is also one of your work. Can you please tell us about that?
Thank you. A Perfect Love, this play is something that is very close to my heart because it's my first play. Okay. Yes, and first play, and I kind of took it on a very large scale level because I had 45 members as crew, like casting, including all the team members from every aspect.
And everything.
Yes, so it was a huge task, but I took it upon myself because it is a story about my grandmother. Actually, it is inspired by my grandmother, who is not here anymore in this world, but I remember when we were young, she would often tell me and my sister bedtime stories about different things, but the most significant one was about the tales of my ancestors, about how they were headhunting warriors, and how over the course of time, from nature spirit worshipping, they received the gospel. So, and I was always often so intrigued by that story. I would tell her, tell us the story again, tell us the story again. And I think that sparked the inspiration for the play. And that is the thing about theater. It has to be personal. It has to come from somewhere. And taking that story, I put it upon myself to produce it for my semester exam. And it was very taxing, very painful. I cried a lot in the process of that journey because it mentally broke me down. But by the end of it, I was really happy with the results because I didn't more than me seeing what was happening on stage, I received the response from the audience, from the smiles that they gave, the applauses, and the tears that fell on their hands. So yeah, it was wonderful.
That's just an unspoken success, right?
Yes.
Really nice to hear that. Now, the last question that I want to ask you is about yourself, because you know, you have been into many things. You have been into journaling, you have been into dancing, you have been into singing, you have been into learning different languages. At the same time, now you're venturing into one of the most competitive and one of the most toughest career, that is modeling also, and you're heading ahead in this journey also. So can you please tell me, how do you maintain the core energy to take up every project that you have right now? So like, what's the secret? What's the mantra?
For me, it has to be prayer. prayer that gives me the strength. Whenever I feel down, what I often do is I go to the corner of my room, or I go to the terrace, look up at the sky, and tell myself that I am one human being in this big entire universe, and there is something above me, a greater power that protects me everywhere I go. So in everything that I do, even if I fall down, even if I'm missing deadlines after deadlines, even if I am underperforming, it will be okay. And this life is just a journey that I have actually started and a long way ahead of me. It might feel long, but it's actually quite short too. So yeah, just go ahead with it and don't take too much pressure on it, and enjoy the process.
Really nice, really nice. CHANCHUI, wari shaning badi me ama khakti lay have darego, but KHANGMINASHI Manipur's na kakna matam oibrina kuina bukmen pongmena bagi wari sana bagi matam di fong oidore hai dare. Last question that I would like to ask to you is about any words of advice to the younger generations. I'm not talking only about the younger generation who is interested in theater or modeling or anything, but in general, what advice would you give to the younger generations, you know, so that, you know, they could those people who looked up to you, like, what advice do you want to give that to them?
Well, one advice I would say is, it has to come from my own experience, because if I have not lived through it, I have no right to tell you what to do. One thing that I have kept as a mantra for myself is the strength of my yes always outshines the shadows of my no's. That is a motto that I have written down for myself. That no matter what happens in life, and no matter how many people deny you of your journey and of you as a person and reject you, your strength that comes from the core of who you are, it can be the principles that you hold close to you, it can be the values that have been put into your life by your parents or the people that you meet, the friends that you have. Hold on to those things and tell yourself that you are greater than what the world says no, of the things that the world says no to you. Because at the end of the day, it is your power that will help you achieve anything, any success that you need. And I think that is something our community as the Manipur state need very much right now. A lot of us have gone through difficult times, and we must be able to tell ourselves, no, I can do it. Yes, I can do it.
Ado CHANCHUI makata na moine hangzaning bese CHANCHUI marak thatna ko CHANCHUI gi ngasi koina Impact TV de link video ko matam sida ai tar, the dress that you're wearing right now, you know, it's really beautiful. It balances you a lot ai tar ga. Can you please tell me whose wardrobe is this? Can you please explain it to us?
Well, this is styled by my lovely, amazing stylist, Mahai, and the top that I'm wearing is from W.M Threads, and this beautiful mekhala is from Isimic, and these are all sustainable, home-grown clothes, and I'm glad you like it.
And I really love it because, as I've told you before, you know, it balances you a lot. The color that you're choosing today, and then, I don't know, like, you're so calm, you know, looking at you, you know, I really feel calmer, and then, like, I don't know.
Thank you. Nice compliment.
Nice. Mashiga Lorena, Impact TV na paring na sandok chariba KHANGMINASHI Manipur matang asad loishinjari. Matang episode ta anowo personality amaga Lorena, anowo wari kiyaga Lorena. Miyam gidamakta Impact KHANGMINASHI Manipur hanjara kige. Impact TV bu mijing tadron leavyo.